At dawn in an African forest, a young woman saw something that wasn't supposed to exist, and in that quiet moment, humanity's place in the world began to shift. The air at Gombe was thick with humidity and birdsong, the kind of morning that feels ancient. Jane Goodall moved slowly, carefully, afraid of breaking the fragile trust she'd spent months earning. The chimpanzees barely acknowledged her now. That alone felt like a victory. But then, one of them did something strange. Deliberate, thoughtful. A chimp named David Greybeard paused beside a termite mound. He didn't claw at it wildly, he didn't bite. Instead, he selected a thin blade of grass, stripped it with his fingers, and slid it into the earth. When he pulled it back out, termites clung to it like living beads. He calmly ate them. It was quiet, no fanfare, no explosion, just a single, impossible act. Because tools were supposed to belong to humans. For generations, science had drawn a hard line. Humans made tools, animals followed instinct. That boundary defined intelligence itself. And yet, here it was, observed, repeated, undeniable. A chimpanzee modifying an object to solve a problem. Planning, adapting, teaching others by example. Goodall watched again and again. The behaviour wasn't an accident. It was a skill, passed on, learned. The forest suddenly felt different. Less like a backdrop, more like a mind at work. Back home, the reaction was resistance. Skepticism, even ridicule. Some researchers suggested she must be mistaken. Others said the chimps were merely imitating humans, though no humans used grass to fish for termites. One famous response tried to protect the old definition, either redefine tool, they said, or redefine human. But the evidence kept coming. Chimpanzees using sticks to hunt, leaves as sponges, stones as hammers. Each observation tightened the pressure. The old story that intelligence separated us cleanly from the rest of life began to crack, and that crack widened into something profound. If animals could think, adapt, and invent, then nature wasn't a ladder with humans at the top. It was a web, and we were part of it. That single moment in the forest didn't just change how we saw chimpanzees, it changed how we saw ourselves. Intelligence was no longer a human monopoly. It was a spectrum stretching deep into the wild. And maybe that realization matters more than ever, because how we treat the world depends on whether we believe it's mindless or mindful. If this story shifted the way you see animals, give it a like. Share it with someone who loves science, subscribe for more hidden turning points in history, and comment below what discovery changed how you see the world.